We're so silly goofy here. Welcome to Alhainen Astray while Joe vogues in the corner. This is our session 0, startup session. Beautiful voguing, everyone. Mostly this is just to establish history between you guys, the house, and the rival house. So I have a list of questions that we're going to go through. Go well with the crest of a beetle.
Look up beetle fun facts.
What do you say, MJ?
I said I'm going to look up beetle fun facts.
Beautiful.
Try to brainstorm from there.
Is that the house
wings?
mascot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good.
It's more like a scarab beetle, like the gold beetles from the Mummy, but less horrifying.
I live. That's great.
I heard that. That's a good one.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like...
Surpassing the sands of time.
Oh, like Egyptian
Oh.
scarab.
Yeah, that's fun.
Solid. I should note, I'm fully imagining that this is taking place in a dark forest. So,
Live.
Oh, fair. Okay.
Where you find scarab beetles.
And lots of sand.
They're imported.
Symbolism of scarabs is rebirth, resurrection, transformation, and growth. It also can deal with protection and journey into the afterlife. I don't know if we want to incorporate any of those themes. I think growth is an easy one.
Rebirth and growth. Yeah. Transformation. A lot of becoming.
Yeah, like always growing, never stagnant, or like something like that. Something cooler than that. Like
I like the word stagnant. Let's use that.
Stagnant is good.
Yeah, stagnant is nice. Shifting, transforming. What other words do I know?
We could also just pick like 3 words and have it be at the bottom, like a family crest type deal.
We could call it out. Yeah.
I mean, if you guys like always growing, never stagnant, we could always use that.
That is solid.
I think
That
it's
is
pretty
a
good.
good one.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I fuck with that.
I fucks with that.
The next one, do you guys want to effectively name the territory you all control?
Illinois.
No,
What's Illinois backwards?
Let's do like something like fancy, like Illinois or something like
Snowland.
Snowilla? Snolia?
Snowly?
What if we could
Snoila?
combine? What if we combined like emerald,
Skullie.
like emerald and Illinois? Like
Emerald.
Do Illinois.
Emerald.
Emerolia. I think he said that as a joke. I think he said Illinois as a joke.
We
Right.
can
No,
do
I think he
Michigan
was serious.
instead.
Right, but we
Michigan's
can-
better than Illinois anyway.
Also,
Don't
Combine
do
all
what
of
he
our
wants.
states.
also imagine looking back at the lore and
Who
being like, oh,
Nolan,
actually,
you can't do
Who
this
do you
to us,
think
Nolan.
it is?
We're in the middle of the
Obviously,
recording.
It's Nolan.
Illinois.
It's always
Nolan, we're on camera.
Illinois.
We're
No,
literally
lock
making a
in.
show. Do you know that we're making a show?
Lock in.
Anyway,
Emerolia? I don't know.
Illinois.
oh, I don't hate that. Illinois is kind of cool.
I don't either.
Illinois.
Illinois is kind of sickening.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
Illinois is what I'm about to write down.
Illinois. I think that's pretty good.
House Alhainen ruling over the lands of Illinois. That's not
This
going
is
to be
green
terrible
Illinois.
at all.
Green Illinois.
Illinois. Just know that Nolan, you had a hand in this.
Yeah.
yeah, you got what you wanted.
You'll never escape.
Yeah, we don't make jokes here. We take everything 100% seriously.
Every contribution is serious.
Beyond
Illinois.
that, so I'm basing a lot of this off of the Dune RPG's house creation system. And so they do things such as a primary and secondary domain. So, for example, if in Dune you were based on Arrakis, your primary domain would be spice. So, like, if you're in a port town, your primary domain might be shipbuilding or trade.
Okay.
So, yes, Joe, I saw you questioning things.
I don't know what domain means by those examples.
like product.
Yeah, what you're known for, what your land is known for.
What's the thing you guys are best at?
Yeah.
Die. Duh.
Can we do wine?
You are best at die, Joe.
Can we do wine?
Ooh,
wine.
I like wine. I think that's good.
Wine and mead and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah. And my suggestion was bad, so yeah, let's probably just
Joe,
do
that's
it.
your
No,
own family.
it was beautiful. It was beautiful, just not right for the time.
So we'll do wine as a primary domain, somehow getting produced in this state-sized dark forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
What
dark
if
magic
what if like our primary agricultural like product is like moon grapes, like they only grow under the moonlight, and then there's like a very sweet wine that you can harvest from.
They're white grapes.
Yeah. And they like
I love
glitter,
that.
like yeah.
I've
been doing a lot of world building lately. That muscle has been
that's beautiful.
All
right.
Illinois and the capital Chicago. but with like a K, like Chicago. Yeah. To make it I'm trying to fantasy.
Chicago.
H also.
SHIKAGO.
I think it should all end in O.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Chicago was for a secondary domain. Something you guys are like getting into.
Lambskin condoms.
Ooh,
Stop
no.
it.
I hate that a lot, actually.
Weaponry?
Does it have to be like a product, or can it be like
it can be a service?
The thing we're known for? Because I was thinking like entertainment of some kind. Like I don't know what the like, but I don't know, like jousting or like
anything.
Circus, or you know
you
what I
can
mean?
do almost anything, so long as it's not silly enough that I hate myself.
Well, that's my
actual play shows.
Stop! It's some kind of service. That's my proposition.
I like
some
jousting.
kind of entertainment. Yeah.
I mean, jousting is usually done in service of houses, right? I mean, like it's usually like it's like tournament based when houses come together, right? So like like we would require other houses to be a part of it if we're doing it in the traditional sense. Or
maybe we host them a lot.
Yeah, or you could be
like
famous
hosting tournaments
in like a beautiful arena.
Being known for hosting tournaments would be fucking sick.
And then while they're there, people can get served our wine and our alcohols. And
you could expand it a little bit.
Stuff. Yeah.
To be like not specifically jousting tournaments, but like just you know like
hosting
archery
court tournaments. Yeah, like hosting.
Events of some competitions, shows of things. Right. Yeah.
We do weddings.
Like carnival almost. Like almost like carnivals or whatever.
Yeah. I think like the prospect. Yeah, the different genres of entertainment.
Festivals.
We can just make it like spectacle.
Spectacle.
I like that.
That is so great. Okay, I love extravagance.
All right, I believe that is all the questions I have as far as your house, which does mean we have to come up with a rival house.
Ooh.
And I have nothing for this. This is
we all be friends?
Okay.
Us.
So I have a question about like rival house in what sense? In like the families hate each other, or like
we're competitors.
Yeah, like financial rivals.
It can 100% be both. The way I'm thinking of it is you're all under one nation ruled by one group or family that's entirely atheistic as of right now.
Crazy. Nolan. Let my man get up.
So for this, we do need to run the whole thing of house name, crest, probably. Motto, probably not. I don't know if we need their motto. If we want to for vibes,
probably we'll want to. Yeah.
Oh, vibes for sure.
Yeah, we have to know what we hate.
Yeah, we have to know the vibes we're against.
So if we're all about elegance, extravagance, like super, not
more artisanal things.
Yeah, maybe they're more.
Wait, I have a joke for the house.
In like artisanal making involved in the community, and we're more like extravagance, humanities, that kind of thing.
I think it would be really funny for the house words to be very demure, very mindful.
Nope, perfect. That's taken.
Because
For
again,
ours or theirs?
no, for theirs.
theirs.
Because we're like, we're hosting these big events. It's all about luxury and leisure and entertainment and excitement. And like maybe they're more conservative traditionally, or like.
Really, I never set the tone for this rival house, and you hit it perfectly. So
Yeah, just like they're very traditional. They're very like they're not concerned about extravagance.
The Republicans.
Yeah,
For the people. They're for the people.
Conservatives.
I
for
think
the
maybe
people,
one
the
of their
common
things
man.
can-
I think
one of their domains maybe.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Maybe one of their domains in that case could be like music. That's kind of more reserved, but still like classic
art.
and
Like painting.
Yeah.
Like that
Oh.
fits
I was
also
also
extravagant.
yeah.
I think that's more
Yeah,
leisure though. Yeah.
Thinking
So I think
I was thinking
like
Textiles.
leisurely versus we're like parties and like
yeah.
I feel like they should be more like they're making tools. They're
like I was gonna say like
they
stone
have
masons.
blacksmith,
Yeah, stone
stone
masons,
masons,
glass.
smelting.
I think
Yeah.
also I
Oil.
think also specific
Oil,
oil.
right?
I feel like they should have a
Fracking.
specific animal that they're good at like cultivating.
ooh,
yeah.
Like it can be a type of like cow or
We
something. Like
use
I feel
every
like
gonna
part
say-
of the sheep or whatever.
Maybe their house crest is like a bull or something. Like I feel like
Yeah.
I like
bulls
the
and
glass
stone
making
mason and glass.
Also.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Mm.
think what we can do is we can go as far as their like primary domain. We can go with I was gonna say craftspeople, but that's less specific. But it sounds like we were going for like
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
very
blue
demure, very
collar.
mindful.
hardworking.
I
salt of the earth.
also like thinking but the mindful part. They could also just have a really big emphasis on like knowledge and whatnot.
Yes,
Mindful or like
scholarly
consciousness. Like
Oh yeah, what
yeah,
if they
they
were
could-
just like
they could
uptight,
be-
like bookworms, like
yeah, they
Nolan.
could be
We
they
can
could
do
be
that,
a
yeah.
bit more studious and more like reserved.
Yeah.
There
This
you
is
go.
a big swing. Do we want to do like their domain is magic then? Like the study of magic or institutionalized magic?
I don't
But
want
like-
them to be
but like-
cooler than us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it could be like, but
I
it,
think
but,
just
it, but
generally
it could be like
nerds.
elitist, like wizardry versus like, so for
Yeah,
example,
yes.
like wizard magic, like more elitist magic. Like you have to be
Yeah.
from a
I like
famous
that.
family and very rich to like study this versus like druidic
Yeah.
or versus like
And plus,
sorcery
wait.
oriented or like,
Just like can we get to know what our classes are so we can also kind
Yeah.
of determine
Yeah, if
are
everyone
any of
wants
us
to drop
yeah,
their
are-
class real quick.
are any of us even a wizard?
I don't think
think
we've got a wizard.
Yeah.
I'm a rogue.
oh, I'm also a rogue.
Yeah, raise your
rogue.
hand if you're a rogue, by the way.
Let's go.
I'm gonna
I'm
be
Oh, hell no.
balancing
screaming.
things so desperately.
What are our subclasses?
I'm a
Mastermind.
swashbuckler, previously a naval cadet.
Mastermind.
What are I'm also a mastermind. Look at
Aw.
us, Joe. Oh,
I love it.
What's everybody else?
Cincy's.
I'm a ranger.
I'm a warlock.
Ranger, monk,
Ooh.
warlock. Baby, what are you?
Cleric.
Cleric.
Oh,
My princess.
sweetie. I love that.
So we could
I feel
do
like
we could
we're-
do like education as their primary domain.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, I was
giving-
thinking like
we're-
collegiate
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
giving Big Gatsby
Harvard.
vibes.
higher education.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And as
we're
long as they're the opposite,
Yeah.
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 education, I'm writing this down.
I
Yeah,
see
as
them-
their primary
Yeah.
domain.
Yeah. Very
Yeah, they're a lot
well
they're not
to do.
Gatsby. Yeah.
Maybe books.
They want to be Gatsby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we brought up the crest. Someone said a bull, I think. How are we feeling about
Yeah,
that?
maybe change that. I feel like
An owl.
Not at full.
Yeah, owl. I feel like
Ooh,
makes sense.
owl. Yeah.
Owl slaps.
Hound dog.
Classic.
Owl.
Classic.
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 Then we just
With
need
big glasses
domain
eating a
2,
lollipop.
name,
How
and
many
their
minutes
land.
doth it take?
Okay.
So, so it sounds like you guys are more so opposed in terms
Tootsie
of
Pops.
culture rather than
Yeah.
being like, oh, we're encroaching upon the same industry and there's
Yeah.
tension because of that.
I think
Yeah.
we have different priorities.
Yeah, different ways of running, and I think maybe they look down on us as frivolous or
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure.
And they need to let loose and have some fun, baby.
And they're quite plain.
yeah.
Quite
I
plain.
love
They can
that.
do they can
I think
do
they
a
should
lot
have-
they can do a lot more with magic, but they're not doing it because they're too reserved.
Yeah. They
Right.
should have a much more normal
I do think like the energy.
I'm looking at a list of
sector
last names.
is like very prudent of they're very logical, right? So like I
Practical.
don't know, fucking
Mm.
practical. Like I mean,
should
not
do-
specifically, but in terms of like parallel, like coal or like something like that. Accepting
Ooh.
What about,
nuclear
like,
energy.
What about like an
Clear
export of
version.
like magical items, like enchanted
Yeah.
objects and robes?
That
What
kind
if
of
like,
they could be mining some like magic material that is like,
Yeah, some
used in
fucking
everything.
gem.
Yeah.
Some gem.
Yeah.
Mithril.
Oh,
Some
huge,
gem.
huge wealth disparity.
It's-
Very much
it's-
upper crust, and then like working class
Yeah.
miners. Like
So it's gonna
no
be
middle
like
class.
just arcane exports, we'll call it.
Yeah.
Sure, love.
Arcane
love.
exports. They have a lot of crystal caves and shit.
Living.
And like
Uh,
the scholars
I
can
think
export enchanted items and
Prescott for a
whatnot.
last name? I'm just looking through
Ah.
lists of last name. If we want something
Smith.
normal,
Did you say cement?
John
Smith.
John Stonian.
John Smith.
John.
Hold on, what did MJ
Smith.
say?
I said Prescott.
That's not
That's
bad.
pretty good.
I like Prescott actually.
I also like
That's
Prescott.
good.
That's what, 5 for Prescott, it sounded like?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Cool.
Name.
With it.
I'm fine.
Play.
Do it.
House Prescott.
House Prescott.
House
Oof,
Prescott.
I hate him already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I don't like those
With
guys.
2 T's.
Oh, I wrote that with 2 T's. I feel like that was implied.
Yes.
Prescott.
Prescott
Alhainen.
versus Alhainen. We're way
Alright.
cooler.
Talk about
Yeah.
Prescott. Anyways.
And then we just need a description of their lands, and then we got to figure out the.
Mining.
I think mountainous probably. Yeah, like
Yeah, I was gonna say
Ooh.
Yeah.
mountainous for
Yeah.
And
sure.
with
Rough
owl, I
terrain
think
and
that goes
whatnot.
hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
we feeling
Mountain-
more like?
It's a white owl.
Are we feeling okay? So we're feeling more like snow-capped
Yeah.
mountains, like snowy
West
peaks,
Virginia.
versus like, oh, this is a
Lush
million
forest.
trees growing out of
Yeah.
rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Lord of the Rings
wintry.
mountains.
I picture like Sleeping Beauty landscape, right? Where it's like Maleficent
Oh.
has her like castle carved
yeah.
out of the mountain, the Forbidden Mountain.
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
Underneath there's like the beautiful enchanted forest, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
And then what's the name of their land? Is that the only thing we have to do?
That's the only thing with the big house.
Della
Then we've got to
won't.
like. What?
Della won't.
Della
won't.
Delashant.
It should
Della
have
Won't.
Mount.
I love Delashant. Delashant goes hard.
Delashant's great.
Delashant
Yes.
is so funny.
I
Delashant.
hate to
Dela-
say it. If a fourth person is on board with Delashant, we have to go
Let's
with it.
do it.
I
I'm on
think
board.
Yeah.
I think Delashant
Yes.
is so
Keys.
funny.
We can't laugh too hard at this. We have to be.
We're not
very
gonna laugh ever
serious in
again
the
at it.
moment.
We're
No,
gonna
you all
forget.
will
Listen.
every time.
Listen, when
We're
you
gonna
have
forget.
moments of humor,
totally
the
gonna forget.
moments when you have moments of humor, the moments of like deep emotional shit cuts even deeper because you have the levity
Perfect.
brings it up.
And
then
this is
down.
true.
Yeah.
What if they pronounce it weird? What if they say like Delashant?
Delashant.
It's actually
Delashant.
Delashant. And then
And
someone
everyone said
someone from our
Delashant.
houses and then from everyone from our house is like, we Delashant. Pronounce it like that.
I love it.
Delashant.
Okay,
Delashant.
so as far as NPCs go within this house, I think my immediate thought is 2 parents and 2 brothers.
2 brothers is extremely important. Yes.
2 brothers, I feel like, is gonna set such a mood.
Just horrible
So
white men.
Two
Yeah, what's
two
the-
brothers and a female cousin.
Amazing.
Wait. So what's the age setup for this?
I think the adults are probably going to be around your age, as far as Duchess Remilda goes. And then kids are probably around like Blair and Warren's age.
Blair and
Okay,
Warren's.
slay.
For
They have to
hetero
also be straight
couple,
evil.
is that referring to the parents?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, unless the
Or
siblings
either-
are together, which is freaky.
That's not what I
Really?
meant. I was
Shit.
going to ask if either one of the brothers are married.
I don't know yet.
Yeah, make them gay. Make the gay boys there. So we have
So-
Make
Yeah.
the gay boy.
make
Gay boys.
Make the gay boys.
Is that what we've decided? Evil, incestuous gay boys?
No, they can be. They can
Not
be,
to
they
each
can,
other.
They can be evil, but they're separately
on.
gay.
Separately gay.
They're
Okay.
not
They are not
twins.
evil
They were
because they
born,
are
like,
gay.
5 years
You
apart.
guys sound
but
like you're
both are
prosecuting the
somehow
Menendez
identical.
brothers.
That's terrifying. So
No.
creepy. Identical,
Ew.
but 5
Identical,
years
but like
apart.
3 years apart.
Oh god.
That's
Okay.
terrible. All right, so we
Locked
need
in.
mother, father, and 2 boys.
Great.
Mother, father, 2 boys.
Mother, father,
Evil.
2 boys, and a daughter.
Do we have a
You said
daughter?
a female cousin.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
Female
female
cousin. Female
wait,
Okay.
cousin.
wait, no, because isn't Josie my daughter?
No.
Other
We're
house.
going over the.
Oh,
Other
I
house.
thought we were
Other
talking about NPCs in our house.
No.
no,
Okay,
no.
okay. Sorry. Might be.
If
might
you
be.
want other kids, we can make you other kids.
No,
I'm happy to do that.
no, that's totally fine. I like.
That's not. Wait. Whoa.
Hey, let's not get too carried away here.
Whoa, hey.
Mama, you
Wait,
already
wait.
have a son. Why would you want anybody
Stop
else?
this.
Am I right?
Stop this, Warren. Behave.
I cannot wait to be like, and I mean this with all love because Joe, I love you so much. I cannot wait to be your enemy in this campaign. It's gonna be
I know.
really fun. We're
It's
gonna explore
gonna
some
happen,
interesting
I feel it.
dynamics. Yeah.
I think Walter for the dad.
Oh.
I like Walter. I'm looking
we
up
wanna spell
male
that
names right
freaky?
now.
I think one of the kids.
We
should
have
be
to
named
throw an H.
Theobald.
Isn't
Throw
Walter
an H
Prescott a
there.
real person?
Walter.
Halter.
Alter.
Yeah, Walter.
O-L?
I was also looking at Heath if we want a name that starts with an
Heath.
H.
Keith
We
I think
want
that's
to
one
spell
of the
those boys
brothers.
to be Heath?
He
Oh,
should
Heath.
be the oldest brother.
Walter Prescott.
is-
Heath
Walter
and
brother.
Keith.
Walter Prescott was
Keith
an American historian.
Heath Prescott.
Keith and Keith is so funny.
Ethan Keith is really funny.
Okay, so the oldest is definitely Heath.
Yes.
It sounds like Keith
yeah.
is unanimous for the
Heath is
younger.
the
Keith
other
is the
one.
second child energy. Keith has.
Heath and Keith.
I think
A-H-E-I-T-H.
Coraline.
yeah.
Yeah.
Walter should be
Isn't
married
Sir
to
Walter
Coraline.
Prescott a real person?
Yes, he's an American historian.
Walter's married to
We should
who?
change that.
What about
Oh,
Wallace?
yeah.
What about Wallace?
Wallace
Okay.
Prescott.
Walter Prescott was a person? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wallace
That's a
and
good-
Coraline.
W-H-A-L-L-A-C.
Slay.
Good call to
Coraline?
Google.
For the
Wallace,
mom.
Heath,
Coraline
and
is
Keith.
a good one.
Amazing.
Hey,
Coraline
guys.
for the wife is good.
You've been talking over Josie.
I
Josie,
heard
do you
her.
want to say a name?
Josie, hit us.
Oh no, half of
I
y'all
didn't.
heard me. Coraline for the mom, maybe.
Fuck with it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Do we
Johnny
want to
didn't.
keep putting bad H's in all of their names, though?
Yeah.
C-H-O-R?
Coraline.
Yeah.
Coraline?
Coraline.
Coraline.
That's definitely what we call her. We definitely pronounce it Coraline, knowing it's Coraline.
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 You're in terrible danger.
I think it's funny that she married in, and then she also.
Yeah,
has
sure. Her
a-
name was already
Regional
that.
thing. They just have a lot of H's in their names.
That's how they fell in
Oh.
love. They both had to deal with people pronouncing.
They
their
both had a
Everybody in their
horrible.
land
Yeah.
Shoraline.
Everybody in the
Coraline.
land has an extra H.
I think for the female cousin it should be Bellamy, B-H-E-L.
love.
Bell and
I
me.
love it. I'm not putting the female cousin on here because that's another NPC and I still have to make your NPCs. So
Okay.
we should go over the actual house you guys live in real quick because we've gone
Yeah.
over the fact that there's like 3 floors, indoor green room. I'm actually going to
We probably need a
Open.
basement.
I'm not gonna model a basement if I'm gonna be
You don't
honest.
need to, but you don't. Hey,
But the
That's fair.
wine.
I was thinking for wine.
I feel like you guys have a whole second building for wine.
Oh yeah.
Probably, actually. Yeah.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a wine house.
Yes.
Warren has to stay
And
in the wine house.
I think you guys absolutely. You already
It's
would.
like
have.
the pool house equivalent. It's the wine house.
You already
Yeah, the
have
wine house.
a Hold on, where is it?
OMG.
No, where is it?
There
You
we go.
have a
And I
conservatory.
live in
but I
a
think you guys
tall
probably
spire.
also have a greenhouse on top of that.
Oh,
Hmm.
love
Like
Yeah.
as well.
Love that we get a
Absolutely.
greenhouse.
So what?
Can
So we've
someone
got.
who has The Sims make this in The Sims?
I love it.
Yeah.
So we
Hail.
have.
Yeah.
Wait, I got
a-
it. I got
Hale
it.
got it. Hale
Hale's
got
on
it.
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
Hale
I'll
took like
send
for
you the
2
floor
minutes
plan.
and was like, please. I 100%.
Put it on the gallery too, so I can put it in one of my games.
I will
Okay.
send you the full floor plan for this, Hale. So we've got
Please.
a greenhouse. We've got a whole second building just for. We've got a winery.
Winery. Yeah.
Ooh,
That would mean
hell
that
yeah.
we would also probably have our moon grape gardens.
Oh, absolutely!
That's
You're in
part
the
of our
middle of a forest, and
grounds.
you somehow have like.
An
What if they grow
orchard.
on like the canopy of trees or some shit?
Oh,
Like they're a
yes.
high, like you gotta float up to get that
They're
shit. Or
they're
climb.
tall. We
Ooh.
have listen. They grow. Okay, listen. If they're growing in the treetops, then we could have rope bridges connecting the trees so you can do and collect stuff.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
I'm
live for
obsessed.
that. That's
Oh.
You understand why I got excited?
No, I get this.
Yes.
The vision. It's
the
there.
vision. It's
And there are these
visioning.
beautiful white grapes. Ah!
Okay. Do you
I'll
guys
freeze.
want any other secondary locations other than the winery and greenhouse as far as in estate?
We would. I mean,
Needs a man
probably.
cave.
Did you say a man cave?
Warren needs a man cave.
Okay, so a
Warren
cave,
can go back and live with his fucking parents for a man cave.
and that's true.
I
We
need an
would probably
apartment for my affairs.
need some sort of event space, right?
Oh my god, so
I
true.
think
Oh
that's
yeah,
probably
like a carnival ground, a festival
in town or
grounds.
something.
You think it would be separate?
I
don't think so.
having
Yeah,
a
probably.
full thing.
I mean,
Because if we don't have like a full castle, I imagine it would be on in a separate area, right? Because like
Yeah.
that's
Like
a lot
halfway
of what.
between the estate and town, basically.
Right. Because you're talking about
Yeah.
grounds, you're talking about stands, you're talking about training areas, you're talking
That's a
about where to
good
house the
point.
horses, any
that's true.
weapons
That's very
and
true.
stuff. Yeah.
We just go there frequently to manage it.
It's
yeah.
probably close,
Yeah.
like maybe like a short carriage ride away or something.
Very
It's
quick.
an hour by carriage tops.
Yeah.
An hour,
You'll live.
2 minutes.
No.
That'd be
That's on
crazy.
the grounds.
Yeah. 2 minutes is crazy. But
Stables.
I want to open this.
Yeah, we can
yeah,
have stable.
normal
proper
stable.
stable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Stable
my
house.
gosh. Yeah, I love
Garage.
Garage.
How far are we from the ocean? Just from my own personal.
This is up to you guys.
I
Can
would
we be
love some
Here's
cliffs
what
where
I'm
the
gonna
forest
say.
breaks off
Yeah.
into ocean.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
We are forest.
Ooh.
I want us to have NPCs for these locations. Not a lot, enough. And if you guys visit these locations, I want to be able to say something about them. So I don't want to have
A bunch of
more than
different-
4 or 5.
Right.
We're already.
I
at
will
3.
say, we're in the forest. A little clearing over top a rocky cliff with like a gazebo where like the
Yeah.
stormy seas can like billow
Yeah.
up upon
Fuck,
it.
like an
Yes.
amphitheater facing the
Yes.
sea.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's
yeah,
our
yeah,
Yes.
Where we could hold
private event
private
space.
concerts and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Oh, I love that.
yeah.
Like in the backyard, kind of like that. Like
Yes.
Over the ocean, like
And it's
yeah.
yeah, and it's near the
Far drop
it's
on a
near the
rocky cliff.
grapes, so it's like you can see them from afar. And it's like
Yes.
ooh, yeah,
The grapes just glowing, glistening atop the
Yeah.
trees.
yeah.
All right, so we're at 4 places right now. That's a greenhouse, a winery, a stable house, and the amphitheater.
Oh, I
and
love
Bill
the
definitely
amphitheater.
goes alone
And
every
the
love
stormy
arena. There's
night
the
to
arena,
sit
so
in the
we're at
amphitheater
5, so we're
alone.
tapped.
The arena. Yeah, that's good with me. I think we have good areas.
All right. In that case, we got to come up with 1 or 2 NPCs for greenhouse, winery, stable house, and arena.
I love the idea of having like a mad, like what are the winery people called? They're not like brewers. Are they called brewers? Are winery people called brewers?
I don't know.
But like someone who's just like
Oh.
so obsessed with moon grapes and this is like their dream job and they're just like,
Yes.
Mistress, I've come up with a new recipe. You're going to love it. Like absolutely
Oh,
feral.
love that.
We're the ones sponsoring like the artist to do it, and they're like, "Thank you."
And he's
I'm
like,
gonna make these grapes.
or maybe they're I don't know what gender we want them, but like they're like a complete genius, but they're absolutely like a little bit insane, like kind of
Can we
kind
get
of wild
a
to be
name
around.
for this beautiful
For the
freak?
medicine man.
No.
This is hard.
No.
Man.
Oh my
Gerald.
How about
No.
what? Tell me
I
why
just closed my list. Of
tell me why
names.
my first thought was Sheen.
Shane?
Sheen, like from Jimmy Neutron.
Sheen.
Shane.
Like the clothing brand?
Like from Jimmy Neutron, like
Oh. You know,
That's so funny.
that's written down.
That's so
Sheen,
funny.
parentheses, freak.
love.
Freak.
Love it. He's
Can we have
perfect.
someone named Tumnus? Narnia.
Tumnus is the stable boy.
Fuck yeah.
I love Tom.
What's the name of the stable boy?
Tumnus.
Tumnus.
That's adorable. And then what if we have like a really serene like yoga lady for our greenhouse attendant?
Oh.
Ooh, oh, I love it. She's
Beautiful.
definitely like fantasy equivalent of Hothead, just high all the time. But
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I'm
zen out.
Sandra of the Glistening Woods. And it's like, oh, okay.
Definitely a high elf.
absolutely,
You're crazy. Yes, high elf.
definitely a high elf. Like
A high elf. Lol.
like
high elf.
yes,
Oh.
period. Like she is kind of a fuck up, but like this is her
This
tea.
is
Like,
her
she's-
zone.
Yeah, she's
This is
good.
her zone.
Yeah,
I love the thought of a high elf for this, but what if we twisted it and went with a sea elf?
Even better.
Oh, love.
Off
Okay.
into the woods.
Yeah.
Even better.
That's cute.
Yes,
I like
Jo.
that.
I got Tumnus down, and then I know that we're talking about the
I will send
the
pictures.
high lady right now. Thank you.
I will send
I just
pictures.
missed the first NPC.
Sheen the freak?
She's the freak.
What do you mean by the freak?
Our
The
little
wine freak?
Our wine freak.
Like,
Oh, okay.
like Chris Angel,
Our-
but good?
I'm screaming.
Freak
Yeah.
of wine drinking.
Like Chris Angel, but good is the
Like Chris Angel, but
craziest.
good.
I have a
Okay.
story about Chris Angel that I will one day tell you all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait.
We're not
Oh.
ready for that yet?
Dramatic. No, I don't know you all well enough to trust you with this information.
Oh god.
That's terrifying.
That's really concerning.
I was
Um,
in
fun
elementary
fact-
school at the time.
Is
What's the
Fun
Tumnus
young
fact.
lady's name?
is Tumnus a really shy stable boy?
He's so apologetic.
Oh.
What's the high
He's-
lady's name?
Haven't decided
we
yet.
don't have it yet.
You said Sandra,
Mariella.
and I kind of like that. Oh, Ariel is cute.
Oh
Mm,
yeah.
With ELLE is how it ends.
Perfect.
Cute.
Okay. Do we want to make people for the arena, or can they all just be nameless servants to you guys?
Nameless servant.
I
A nameless servant.
I think yeah.
Nameless.
We should have one-
Gil doesn't know anybody's name regardless.
Screaming.
Bill, you know everybody's name. Don't lie to us. You're paid to
Yeah.
know their names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
maybe have
Orabella knows
He doesn't
no
care.
one's name.
Sorry.
I am hearing
say, Hale?
words over words right now. So I'm going to ask Hale, then MJ, and then whoever was talking after that.
So maybe we should have at least one NPC and like charge
I was about
the area.
I was about to say like a head guy would probably be a good
Yeah.
idea.
Someone we can like direct.
Head guy.
Ah,
Oh,
This guy's
shit.
got-
All right.
this guy's the head guy.
And then MJ, what were you saying?
I was just saying Orabella knows no one's name.
Perfect. Okay, so we have, I guess, the manager of the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Crombie.
or even maybe just like the head of the guard or something
Crombie.
like
Karen
Oh,
with
yeah.
CH.
yeah,
Hmm.
captain of the guard or something. He's just like on
Crombie.
the lookout.
Aberforth Crombie.
Aberforth
Oh.
Crombie, it's great.
That's so funny.
So funny.
Yeah, Amberforth is the name of the arena manager now.
Love.
Amazing.
Amberforth is my least favorite person here now.
That's so funny.
Lol.
Obsessed.
Okay. I think I just have one more question. So you guys are supposed to be meeting with House Prescott basically tomorrow, as far as I'm concerned. It's some sort of diplomatic meeting. My two thoughts are, what are the reason for this meeting, and where is it taking place?
Our house,
Battle to the
obviously.
death.
We are hosts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we are
we're hosts.
hosting.
Good point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meeting at
Maybe it takes place.
Alhainen
Maybe.
Manor.
They
Unless
could be like
MJ?
complaining.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, in our winery.
Ooh, there's like a tasting room.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
like a trade, like a
Technically,
renewal, maybe like a renewal of like a trade agreement or something. Like,
Yeah, I think a trade agreement or like
We sell magical
they are wanting to like collaborate on something.
All right. And then Josie, what were you saying?
No, I was just yapping.
Well,
Was it
I
the
what
battle
if
to the death in the arena?
oh.
Was that your yap?
No, we're good.
Oh, boy.
what if
You're
what if
welcome
they're
to
wanting
yap. I care about your yapping.
yap away?
Yap queen, slay.
Yap Queen.
What if they're wanting to host some sort of like celebration for something that they've recently accomplished or something?
Oh, and they're like really
Oh.
pissy because they need your services.
Yeah,
Oh,
and they're like,
I
we have
kind
no
of
clue how
live.
to. They don't know how to host an event. But I think it starts out as the renewal of like a trade agreement, and then they're like, by the way,
Yeah. And
I
also,
kind
we
of live for
also
that. I
we
live for
also
that.
wanted to talk to you about this.
like, I know normally we import your wine. We need 10 times the wine, actually. And by the way,
And by the way, thinking about this.
all right.
You're-
One thing as far as tone goes, it seems like you guys are really happy to lean into like character dialects and voices, and I'm absolutely down with that. I just wanted to make sure we wanted to do that at the start.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm down with that.
absolutely.
Okay, cool. What voice should I do?
All right,
That's totally up to you, I'm
Yeah.
afraid.
I don't know.
I'm gonna do very, very, very posh British, but
But are we?
Oh,
and
God. I haven't thought about this at all.
I asked this question the other night. Are we thinking D&D style, like Regency medieval-esque style of speech and how we speak and what words we're using, or more modern?
I mean, we could do like maybe Crown of Candy style, where it's like somewhere in the middle, where like maybe with jokes and
Yeah.
stuff, we can get a little
Yeah.
bit more modern versus like most of the speech, which is
I'm happy to be
tradition- like
so
more
proper
professional.
until we have to slam it down big style.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I mean, is that okay with everybody? That was kind of what I had envisioned, but
Yeah.
it gives a
Yeah.
little more
Yeah.
flexibility. Yeah, cool. But yeah, I was thinking of doing like more posh because she's very disciplined and like stoic, or my character is. But if my children don't want to do British, like we could just say maybe Dad had an American accent or whatever accent you want to do, Josie.
I've been attempting the British accent. We'll see.
Okay, literally whatever you want to do. And honestly, if you have a mix, then that could be fine too.
And we don't need accents to match. We saw what
Right, right.
happened with Olga and Keela. That was fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Cool, because I can do accents.
I know
do accents.
I can't.
Yeah.
my character, like my character was like a common folk before marrying into the family and before then divorcing. So I gotta think of like what accent to do that's like trying to present the poshness that of the family, but did not grow up that way.
Got it. Love. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Ah.
All right.
I think I'm gonna do something like
Shut the fuck up,
Eastern
Matthias.
European-ish.
Ooh, I like that. That's fun.
Hell yeah.
My name is Gillibrant, Antwerp.
Oh my god.
Immediately Matthias.
Matthias?
Yeah, that's the joke.
Okay. So,
I got it. Don't worry.
I
Thanks.
am
I believe
ready
you.
to start things off after we do a short break. I don't think it's going to be
Yeah.
like a proper bathroom break since this is a session
Okay.
0.
Mhm.
But y'all can feel free to yap as you please.
I'm gonna go pee.
Yep.
I do want to mention real quick that though you all know that I'm a warlock, Gil's like conned his way into court functionary by saying that he's a sorcerer and his
Okay.
loyalty is only laid to
Oh yeah.
the
Love.
Lord.
Love.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
I'm a really
Amazing.
nice guy. So
I am going to start this off with a bad decision. I
Okay.
have all of your names here, and we are going to go with a random number generator. When we jump to you for whoever we start with, I just want the name of your character, physical description, and what they're doing. We're going to run through a short scene with each of you guys, where you will be finding the red envelope. Give me
Love.
just a second first.
This is
Also,
so fun.
Skullie, you're amazing. I see that on your status it says you're streaming, and I keep misreading Astray as Ashtray.
I also
And
have been misreading it as
It's
I've
Ashtray.
also
killing me.
done that.
Lol.
Can you guys see from inside Discord?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Love that. Yeah, I found out that people can watch what I'm streaming after Aaron dropped into one of my D&D sessions with my friends from Nashua.
You had a
My high
yap
school
fest going
friends.
on that I tried to join and was privated. So
Oh,
you
that
can
one was
private it and
privated?
it works. Yeah, I meant to tell you that.
I don't know how I did it. I did the same thing, so I don't know what.
I don't know either, but I felt like that was important information for you.
Love that. That's my podcast. That's
She
different,
just blocked you.
but...
She
No,
just
I
blocked your
literally
account
didn't.
specifically.
Blocked me on YouTube somehow.
I literally, I don't know how it works. I just turn it on, and if it's working, it's working. I don't question it. So
You know what? I love it.
So real. Yeah, I feel that.
I feel like there's got to be a way to make this. Oh, I can. Okay. We are going to start opening shot of the manor, this estate in the dark woods. It's midday, so some light is filtering down through the trees in little lances that hit conveniently grown ferns, as they tend to do. Up high in the canopy, there are countless laborers working to harvest these grapes. Of course, I missed the word grapes. And we start first panning into the manor, and we come across you, Josie. Where do we find you?
Blair is currently in her room raiding her closet. She has yet to find the perfect outfit for this upcoming meeting that she knows will be happening soon. She's gone through about everything now and is throwing a temper tantrum about how her jewels don't match the color of her gown, and then the earrings don't match the jewels of her necklace, and she's having a moment.
I want you to roll me a stealth check.
Oh, where'd my sheet go?
Or a performance check. This is up to you, depending on what kind of a breakdown you're having right now.
I see.
what kind of a breakdown?
All right. I'll roll stealth. She rolled 18.
An 18 on stealth. As you are in your closet, just fabric surrounding you, you've got probably 3 jewelry boxes open in the adjacent armoire, rushing back and forth, trying to pair colors and shine and cuts of these gems with the cuts and the length of your various dresses and gowns, you hear very quietly one set of footsteps, footfalls. I love this. I love the affirmation I can see out of the corner of my eyes as I look dead at the camera. This is so great for my mental health, actually. I should just have people nodding in my peripheral all the time. As you freak in your closet, you hear a set of footsteps pass by hurriedly. And then maybe 5 minutes later, you hear quieter, a second set of footsteps, and a little whoosh as a paper is pushed under the door.
Okay. I think she's got she's holding up one of the necklaces to light. She's like, "Oh, that's not gonna do. It doesn't match the gown, the color, everything is just wrong." And she hears the whoosh. She's like, turns around to look, and she sees the paper under the door. I think
Yes,
she's
a
going
nice.
to,
Oh, go ahead.
I think she's going to toss her necklace down on the bed that she was holding and drop the gown that she was holding in her other hand straight on the floor. And she's going to investigate the letter.
Yeah, you take this letter up into your hand. The envelope is a nice red, heavy stock of paper, very well made. And you see your father's signet has been pressed into the seal. If you'd like, you can read that silently to yourself. Otherwise, you can wait until someone has a chance to read it aloud. But from here, we follow where the letter came through, beneath the door crack, twisting down the halls of this manor until we find Nolan. Please introduce yourself.
I'm playing Gillibrant Antwerp. He's a half elf with a deep pale skin and very sort of ragged black hair. He's very much giving Rasputin vibes. He's got deep bags sunken under his eyes, and basically he is the advisor to the Duke, sort of a eunuch type. He's definitely poring over court documents and whatnot right now. Just his pseudo Drake familiar wandering around the room. Poring over these documents, reading through drab things about income and whatnot.
And if you don't mind me asking, what room do you think we find you in?
I don't know, some kind of, probably not my own room, some sort of drawing room and administration area where almost like a library type place. A records room.
Absolutely. And we do have a library, so we could absolutely
Beautiful.
find you there, lit from a low angle, making all the angles on your face way sharper.
Oh, yeah.
Nice contrast. That jawline is impeccable. And as we come to you, you find yourself lost in these documents. And there's more on the way, you absolutely know. Not only do you handle the matters of the house, you handle the matters of the capital H house. Both butler and advisor is a massive workload for you. And as this additional stack is set in this sort of Gothic architecture, dark academia room, you pay little mind to it. More papers, that's fine. It'll be done in 2 hours tops. Roll me an animal handling check at advantage.
Aye, Captain. Thank God for advantage. Still not great. I got a 7. I rolled a nat 1 on the first one.
What is the name of your pet?
Ilya. Illiya. Ilya.
Ilya. I love it. You find Ilya has taken up some red scrap of paper and has gotten as high as physically possible in this room. Fully, like, perched on a chandelier.
Ilya, come down. Come down from there. Quickly.
No movement whatsoever.
Ilya, I command you, down this moment.
The longest eye roll, it might be 2 or 3 rolls. Before the envelope is dropped at your feet, the same fine cardstock, beautiful wax seal. As you bend to pick it up, we pan right past your ass. Beautiful shot.
Oh,
Into the
Christ.
hall. And where do we find Cassie?
Cassie is in the garden in the greenhouse currently. She's tending to the plants and just humming to herself.
Beautiful. You are here in the greenhouse. Might I ask where Ariel is? Do you think she's with you, or have you sent her home for the day?
I think she's home for the day. I think I'm alone.
So you fully sent her home by whatever means she gets to the, 1 to 2 hour walk back to the village. And you are there in the greenhouse. What are you tending to?
I think she's just kind of like pruning and going over her violets that she grows.
Yeah, give me a nature check.
It's a unnatural 20.
A dirty 20. You, on these violets, see signs of pests, and this is very early on. Like, the smallest wilting of a leaf, you have immediately picked out. This violet was maybe 3 rows back. Fucking eagle eyes, you're on this. Immediately and expertly handle it. And as you do, I'm guessing you've got some sort of very fine but still functional apron on for this, so you don't messy your gown. As you sort of holster your trowel, you turn towards your next task, and you find placed atop sort of a young rosebush is this same letter. As you take up this letter, we go through the doors of the greenhouse, presumably back towards the manor, where we find Warren.
Warren Albrecht is a 26-year-old human man. I have high angular cheekbones, an angular nose, tousled brown hair, and right now I'm wearing like this kind of cross-laced type of extravagantly dyed shirt, partially loosened right now. I'm sitting at my desk in my room, and I think I am balancing Blair and I's ledger book with one hand, but I keep turning over the globe of gambling to check the horse races.
Absolutely. First, I would like... I'm going to call this a charisma saving throw.
Okay. 4.
A 4.
Yeah.
You aren't doing well on these races. It's not the most upsetting thing. You're used to not doing the best, but there is a bit of a sweat there. And faintly, as you walked to your room earlier, you heard Blair in disarray.
Yeah. All right. Come on, Royal Aspirations. One more laugh, buddy. Come on. All right. I'm gonna go. If I may, I'd like to go to Blair's room. If I may not, that's fine.
Absolutely. You
I will leave the
go.
globe of gambling behind. I don't want to be in trouble.
You, I suspect, fully open your desk, place the globe in, close it,
Lock it.
lock it,
Yes.
put the key in a second drawer.
The key's on a
The key.
necklace around my neck
You gotta lock
inside
it
my
for this
shirt.
key.
Yes, I have a pocket just for this key. Oh,
I love
I
that
can't
it's
imagine.
in your shirt, but you also have like the most laced up shirt. So if this is on a chain, you fully see chain terminating to key, and you're like,
yes.
what the fuck is
I
this?
think Blair thinks that this key is what, like, the only thing that I keep in that drawer is our ledger book. So I'm just keeping our records safe.
Got it, for sure. You go, open your door. As you do, kind of, I don't think you and the Duke have a great relationship by any means. I don't think it's necessarily hostile enough to constitute this letter being stabbed into your door with a dagger, but there is a dart holding it in place.
I think I go, oh, I wonder, perhaps this is probably the notice to be back in the will. Yes, okay.
Placing the dart back fully, this dart lives in your door now. The hole has
Put the dart back
slowly
in the
gotten
door.
to be like an inch deep at this point.
Yeah, I put the dart back in the door and I open it. I hope that this one will be the one that tells me I'm back in the will.
As we see this crestfallen look upon your face, we go past your shoulder to where Orabella is working.
Orabella is a fire genasi woman with pale skin and pointed ears and red hair that turns to flame at its ends. She is currently in her quarters. She is reading a book she had taken out of the library and sipping a glass of wine.
Beautiful. So this is probably just a very nice time for you. So you said you're in your quarters?
Yeah.
So you've fully seen Gillibrant working, usual thing. Did you two, you think, exchange words, or is this sort of a I've grabbed and I've gone type deal?
I think I don't want to talk to him. He is below me. And
Beautiful.
so I have just grabbed my book, try to go without notice.
Fully ducking out. I don't think if Gil addressed you, you would even acknowledge at this point.
No.
Is this a book that you have read before, do you think?
It's a book I've read a lot.
I don't think there is much to challenge you with here. But halfway through the book, to the point where it's like you've opened it, you're leafing through, you go to turn the page, it's still deeper in. The note slides out into your lap. You take it up, inspect it, open it, and from here, we go outside of your room to the lady of the house.
So, the Duchess Remilda is currently, I would probably say, by the amphitheater, smoking a cigarette attached to one of those things that like makes it longer, one of those like Cruella de Vil looking things. I don't know what they're called. And just trying to quiet her mind and take a nice deep breath of this ocean air that she longs for so dearly.
Yeah, you sit there. There's a bit of an overlook, and it's distant enough that it could be considered the horizon, but by the artistic works of enchantment placed upon this place, you can smell and hear it as if you are feet from the shore.
Also, she's a human woman. She has black hair that's sort of streaked with gray and white from age. It's sort of slicked back in this like tight bun. She has like a sort of smoky eye and like dark liner. These like stone gray eyes, full lips and pearl earrings, and this gown befitting of a duchess.
Absolutely. I would like you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. That is not one of my specialties. Oh, that's gonna be an 11.
An 11. This isn't the most pleasant memory. I think you came out here to relax. And I don't know how long you were in the Navy, but you see on the horizon a ship sailing past. And you recognize the colors of the sails and the flag, and you can't but help be brought back to that time.
I think she lingers in that memory. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, of course. You absolutely take your time in that memory as you wish. As you do, taking a long drag off your cigarette, savoring this, these weren't allowed on ship at all. That's more cargo. You've got to travel light. Even rum rations are very squeezed thin, we'd say. You are totally unaware as your husband approaches, leaves the letter on the bench, and walks away. As you pick this letter up, we go to Beatrice. Where do we find you?
Actually, first, real quick, I want to clarify, who am I handmaiden for?
I believe Skullie.
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay. I think probably just going about duties. In my head, I was thinking like there's probably somewhere designated to laundry, and I'm going and picking up the laundry because I don't do the laundry. Someone else is doing the laundry. I'm picking up the laundry.
I think you guys fully send the laundry out of the house, so you are receiving back this carriage with laundry.
I'm at the carriage, picking it up.
Taking baskets.
Yeah.
Receiving them, fully processing them, like, okay, fucking mixed it up again. This isn't Warren's. This is Gil's.
We never listened to the labels that I put.
I've hand-stitched these names into all of them.
Yeah.
And I got in trouble for it.
But, whatever. But Beatrice, I think she's fairly short, but pretty, like, strong. Like, she's not, like, petite in the way that she is frail. And I think kind of like a round face. I think she's a long, like, pretty well-kept dark braid. She's very cool-toned in my mind, half-elf. And yeah, I think I'm going around. I think my whatever little house uniform, I think I'm just put together but not uptight, if that makes sense.
As you are handling these clothes, you see the Duke, stern, shadowed face, wearing a full suit, appears to be all black until the light glints off it and it shimmers in strange, chromatic, iridescent ways. You see he looks to you, Beatrice, hands you the note, and 3 copper.
Thank you, sir.
Walks away. So you have just received your pay for the week along with this note.
Hell yeah. Me and I get 3 copper a week.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, your grandma got 3 silver. I don't know what's happening here.
Fuck. Inflation.
Oh my god. I love you.
3 copper, 3 silver only has a buying power of 3.
Literally, yeah.
It's the Duke's America.
Yeah.
All right. So now that I believe all of you have received your letters, if I followed my chart right,
Yes.
I would like one of you, for one inspiration, to read it aloud. For those of you who do not like what I have printed, I believe it just posted to the chat. If it didn't work, kill me. Didn't work. Kill me.
I'll read it.
Didn't work.
I think Nolan
Okay,
put
so
his
so
hand
far-
up first.
I don't want to have it be a speed thing, so everybody do a little like wave ping so I can see who it was. Or just actually hold your hand up. Why do a ping? Hold your hand up. We have 3 volunteers, it looks like. Give me just a second to get this letter in for those who the postal system failed.
Well,
Okay.
Okay, so it's Skullie, Nolan, and MJ are our volunteers, or are there others that I missed?
I believe that is correct.
Okay. I'm
Josie
gonna roll a
has her
d6
hand raised.
here. Huh?
Josie
Josie
as
has
well.
her hand raised.
Oh,
Josie.
perfect.
Josie,
Just 4
don't be
volunteers? That
shy
makes it
about
easy.
it.
Josie
Josie,
said,
you're
Just let
lucky.
Josie do it because she's really pretty.
That's sexism.
and I'm
actually.
not.
Yeah, you're all too
Not as
pretty
pretty
to
as
decide.
my wife. Not
Wow.
pretty as my wife.
Damn.
My
I
wife.
am
I
going
kiss
to
my
go
wife.
over.
Roll
I
a
kiss
d4 for
my
this.
wife.
I could
Skullie,
go.
you're 1. Josie, you're
Obviously.
2. MJ, you're 3. Nolan, you're 4.
Huh?
3,
Analyst on
MJ.
top.
Huh?
All right.
Okay.
Everybody lock in.
Locked in.
You are held in deep trust as necessitated by your position in House Alhainen. I never in all of my time thought I would need to conduct an investigation upon those who I consider my family, friends, and confidants. But it has come to my attention that house secrets have made their way past our walls, our village, and our lands to meet the waiting ears of our rival houses. I expect your presence in the dining room promptly at 4 this evening. Discussing this letter or missing our appointment will be taken not only as treason but also as deep and profound personal betrayal, punishable by exile or execution. Duke
Damn.
Rhapsody Alhainen.
You all have this letter. I'm going to assume you all show up.
I am honored. Warren is very honored that he got one. that I'm under the category of friends or perhaps family. I'm thrilled. So yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Orabella also thrilled that she's still considered family despite her messy divorce. So we'll definitely be there.
In fact, while we're going through this, I would love each of your characters' thoughts on this.
Yeah. I would love to dive into this. So I did do a roll because I was debating whether or not the Duchess would actually do this, because I think the idea of being summoned by her husband in this way and being like the disrespect she feels at
Yeah.
discussing this will being summoned like a dog, right, and not having the decency to have a conversation with her about it first.
I don't think your relationship had ever been like this up to this point.
Right. So I think she feels insulted and disrespected. I did roll for it, and I was gonna do high, she goes, and low, she neglects the message. I did roll a 12, so she is gonna go, but I think it's sort of like begrudgingly, and also to kind of just like see what this is all about, like why the secrecy. But she's not happy about it, and she does feel quite insulted.
Got it. Cassie, what's your take on this?
I think Cassie's very confused, but she's going to go. but she's gonna act like she's not interested in what's happening, so she's just sitting there quietly minding herself, sipping her tea.
Got it. Blair.
She definitely feels like it's a bit extreme. But she's just happy to be considered like still part of the family because I feel like she's a lot and I feel like her dad does not appreciate that as much. So she's probably just happy to any attention is good, even if it's bad for her.
Perfect. Beatrice.
She is actually very excited to go because part of her, for character building reasons, she inherited this position from her grandmother. Her grandmother retired, half elf, she was the human grandma. And so she took over this position, and though she's been doing a good job, it is kind of like, oh, I'm stepping into someone else's shoes. And since she was there for so long, it's like, how am I going to live up to this? So I think this to her is a sign. It's like, oh, I'm in on the family dirt. Here we are. I'm secure now.
Perfect. Nolan.
Gil is sweating. He by virtue of being near the king, or that the Duke rather, knows secrets that not many are privy to, and by virtue of poring over papers and whatnot, has influence over the house and many other things, and knows that his station is one that attracts a lot of evil eye.
Perfect. All right.
I have a quick question. I'm so sorry. MJ, how are you related to the family? I don't remember.
Divorced from Cassie.
Got it. Thank you.
That's my ex.
That's my ex.
All right.
Oh.
Joe, you seemed the most outwardly offended, so we'll go with you next.
I'm
Well, I was
screaming.
I was gonna say I think that my excitement would remain or taper depending on. I was on my way to Blair's room. If I find out or like can see that she also got one, I think I'm even more psyched that we both got invited. Because if we both got invited, then we're probably not in trouble. But if I when I'm in Blair's room and hanging out with her, if I don't see one, then I think I'd be even more concerned. So that
Perfect.
depends on if I saw Blair's.
Orabella, what is your take on this?
Arabella is excited to still be considered part of the family because she has tried her hardest to stay within the group, not wanting to lose the money she's gained from her marriage, after having lost the love from it. But she's shocked, just appalled that information could get out about this family that does so well keeping their secrets.
Perfect. All right. There is probably 2 hours until the meeting, so we are all going to do small scenes. If you want, you can drag another person into it. I have rolled the random number generator again, popped up as 6, so MJ, you are in the hot seat immediately after. You receive this letter. What is Orabella doing?
Upon receiving this letter, Arabella pulls out her diary to try and document this without outright telling anybody.
Perfect. All right. So you immediately begin noting this in your diary. Cassie, what's your deal?
Cassie's just going to tuck the letter into the pocket of her dress and quietly go back to her garden and start tending to her lavenders and her lilies and the violets again.
We see you gardening. Remilda, what the fuck just happened?
Oh, did something happen on my screen?
No. What?
Just
Like,
what the fuck
this
happened?
is bonkers.
Yeah, she's gonna go in. I think she needs a friend now. She needs a friend right now, so I think she's gonna go to Beatrice, and yeah, she's gonna she's gonna go in like smelling of smoke and all these things, and she's gonna find Beatrice and see what she's doing.
Yeah, I think your presence is announced most of the time by the smell of tobacco and salt.
Screaming love that for her.
Amazing.
Ew.
Yeah, I'm gonna find Beatrice.
Beatrice, where do we find you?
I think I would have would have continued on with the task. So it's like put the letter, put the money away, and it's like, okay, let me go get this laundry to where it needs to be. So I think maybe I would be in your quarters, like putting stuff up and like tending to the business. So you probably would find me there.
Yeah, I think she's gonna
You
hand
fully-
you. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, fully taken the servants' stairs up to the back entrance of the room via the closet. Via?
Yeah.
I'm so good. Via the closet, you're putting clothes in there. Remilda, you know what time it is. You know exactly where Beatrice is going to be. So I think you just open your closet to find her.
She goes, hello, darling, and yeah, hello,
Good
darling.
evening, madam.
Hello. She hands you a cigarette, and she goes, a cigarette shared is one far sweeter than one in solitary. Would you join me?
Absolutely, madam.
Love. If we had like a little secret cute girly pop spot where we would smoke cigarettes together, where do you think it would be, Abby?
I feel like there's a balcony somewhere.
Love.
Like we have nice balconies in this place. We go and sit on them, but I think there's one that like it specifically has 2 chairs.
Perfect. That's just for us.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, Beatrice has been my confidant through all this. She's been my dear, very close friend. I think Remilda is someone who has bonded and understood like people that actually like work for a living much better than the people in high society who she's kind of like forced to be around because she was, her career was as a soldier, and she kind of married into this like very, very rich family, right? So she heads on the balcony with her friend and just starts smoking, and she goes, it's difficult seeing sort of where you are when you're in the midst of all this. And I wish I had a better view of the outside in.
It is hard to see beyond walls. Maybe it's time to try something new?
Try something new. That would be a delight, wouldn't it? I spend my days being seen, viewed, paraded around. What do you suggest, my friend?
How often do you take walks around the estate? How often do you kind of push the boundaries out a little bit?
Perhaps not often enough. How often should I?
Forgive me if this is a bit too brash. But on occasion, if you walk around in the evenings, there are some hooligans who like to sit along our estate edges, and it is fun to watch them.
Hooligans, my dear. You are quite wonderful, aren't you? Well, perhaps I'll have to join you one day, viewing these hooligans. It would seem we have enough around our house to begin with Warren and such, but I suppose it's a bit more comical when you don't have to deal with them on a daily basis.
And they get scared if you start making noises.
Ooh,
trees.
I do adore striking fear into the hearts of men. You know me so well, darling.
It's a good activity.
Oh, my sweet. What's to become of this place? I do wonder.
Well,
When we're all bones and dust.
Will be bones and dust surrounded with a lot of furniture.
Hmm.
Which is better than, well, I don't know. For some it would be better than dirt, but...
Well, I'll need you buried near me so we can have a bit of a romp in the afterlife.
Sounds like a good time. Make out!
No,
This
I think
old
fully
lady
what
and
it
this
is
20-year-old
it's
woman.
like chain smoking style, using one cigarette to light the other while in the mouth.
yeah.
If you guys are
Love.
like that,
Yeah.
Love.
if you guys want that.
It's practiced.
Yeah.
We go here to gossip.
We come here to gossip. We come here to chat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we leave. I think this isn't so much a balcony as it is a spot in the servants' corridors where there happens to be a window. So you're on like second or third floor, staring out this window together. We leave this scene to find Blair.
I feel like at this point she's just holding the letter and just kind of staring at it, just being like, if Father wanted to talk to me, why did he have to do it in this way? Ugh, I swear, I don't see him for a week, and this is how he treats me. I think she just kind of starts like ranting and pacing around her room.
And I will say, Duke Alhainen isn't a grim man, but he is a dramatic man. And this certainly has a bit of that flair to it. You're in your room, seething, it sounds like. And I believe, Warren, you were going straight to her.
Yes, I'm gonna open the door of her bedroom, and while she's looking at her letter, looking at her clothes, whatever, I'm gonna come up behind her, hug her from behind, and go, "Oh, my gentle sweet, what troubles you such?"
Seems that Daddy sent me a letter, but we'll just have to go, I guess, and see what it's all about, shall we? Did you get one too?
Yes, I received the same. As long as you are there, accompanying me with your scent of summer dew, I shall be all right.
Oh, enough of that now. We have enough of that for later. We've got business to uphold.
What was it you were in here having a ruckus about?
Ugh, I just simply can't find anything to wear. I know that we're going to be going to this important meeting, whatever. I can't do the accent, guys. I give up. I can't do it. I give up.
That's fine.
You're doing great.
You're doing perfect. Do as you wish.
Daddy wanted us to go to this meeting, but I don't see what all the fuss is about. Why should we care what they think about us? I mean, they want to seek our counsel?
I know not. Do you require a new wardrobe, my gentle sweet?
Well, I could use a new summer dress.
Oh, for you, the world. Whatever you wear
Purple?
to this meeting, it will the most beautiful hue that any of my father's company can make.
I trust you'll find a good one.
I always do. And cost is no matter. You buy the most beautiful dress you can find, my darling.
Really? But we've been so unsure about our investments lately.
You know, my darling, all of this is temporary, and everything is looking up. So truly, anything you
I
want,
knew
my
you
love.
could do it.
Anything you
I'm
want.
so excited. Have you
Yes.
told Father yet?
No, don't, and we shan't, soon, but shh. Yes, but soon, but not yet, but soon. Yes, my love.
So we can keep it our secret. Just the two of us.
Exactly right. Those sweet lips shall stay just between you and I.
She takes like a few, timid, fake playful, steps towards him and runs her fingers up his chest and it's like, that's just what I like to hear, and gives him a kiss on the lips.
I kiss my wife.
I kiss my wife.
I think as you
And you
kiss
know
your
what we
wife,
do before. You know what we do before that meeting.
sure. If there isn't arcane alarms that start going off whenever you try.
That'd be gross. And the Duke
Yeah,
is a
would be.
freak if there
Yeah,
are.
it would be.
If he's playing vagina hockey with his grown ass daughter, that's creepy.
No, he's
Vagina
enchanting
hockey. What?
He's enchanting
Explain.
you.
Explain right now.
Joe, you can't
That's-
just say vagina hockey.
That's a real term. It's a term for girl dads when they're like, I'm not letting a man touch you. You're playing vagina hockey. Not letting the
like
puck get
never
in the hole.
heard- Okay, I've never heard this.
I feel like
And I-
goalie is a
and-
better term.
And I never want to hear it again.
Same, it's such
Yeah.
a bad term.
That's
Well, I stand by it. If the Duke prevents me
No.
from getting some, he's a creep.
No, what
We're
it is
married
is
under God.
what it is
In
if you
their
and
house.
her are in her room or your room and the door is closed, alarms go off immediately, no matter what's happening.
No. No.
I love.
Just- No, fully not canon. I'm just being a shithead. Beatrice, I know that you shared a scene with Remilda. Did you want a second scene, given that we are going to everyone?
Nah.
You
I think
smoked with Remilda.
that would have just been my evening, and I think as we talked, it would have been like, okay, well, now I have to go to this meeting, and we're like, I also have it.
What the hell is this?
He gave it to me with my pay.
I mean, the goal of him to just. I mean, I'm his wife. This is an insult.
It is.
I don't know that man anymore.
Seemed rather
As we
solemn.
have this quick cut to you guys gossiping about the Duke. Love it.
That
Love
fucking bitch.
That
Yes.
fucking
That
cunt.
that fucking
You two-
bitch.
That
You two
fucking
are
bitch.
being catty, and I love it. Where do
girls
we
being
find Gillibrant after receiving this letter?
Gil has hear me? Sorry.
Yeah.
After tweaking. Gil has returned to his quarters and he's frantically shoving things into various suitcases. Packing up his books and ledgers and the few secrets he's kept to himself just in case for blackmail material and whatnot. Setting things up for an easy exit if need be.
Fully shoveling things into your suitcases. You've got a steamer trunk. It's full to the brim. I think I like to imagine
Papers
that
are
you
like
have,
falling out the sides as I'm sitting on it trying to shut it.
You have a small estate nearby on the grounds. Basically bedroom, dining room. It's very nice because they're separate rooms. As we find you bustling about the butler's estate, fully, you're supposed to be in the manor working right now. What we find is as you are rummaging about, you find another letter. You find a new letter in a familiar black envelope. I would love for you to read that letter out aloud.
Yeah, Captain.
As you do, you see your pseudo-dragon perched inside of a cabinet, staring with almost a Cheshire grin.
Sweet. It has been too long since we last met face to face, and I find myself craving you. Had my more distasteful pets in your lord's lands, build me a small estate deep and near to your home. Our mutual friend knows the way. I would be most pleased if you, your lord, and I could find ourselves all present there tonight. Kisses, Madame Aurora Selsmeyer.
What do you do with this letter?
Man, this is going on the bottom of my drawer, bottom of the trunk, underneath everything else, and it's just replaying over and over in my mind the letter.
Perfect. We jump 2 hours later, 4 p.m. I'm assuming we're all present. As you sit around the table, you are all free to have conversation, if you're even sitting at the table, for all I know. But you're all assembled in the first floor dining room.
Blair and I walk in. My wife's on my arm. And I pull out a chair for her.
Remilda's gonna roll her eyes and she's gonna sit next to Beatrice and Gil.
Cassie's sitting on like the windowsill, sipping her tea, just watching the room.
Orabella
Well,
has
Gil
a,
definitely was not sitting down.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Gil, have you assembled snacks for this? You're generally the person who sets
I
the
was-
table.
Right. I was gonna say that I think that the table is set with various charcuterie boards and whatnot, but as soon as everybody sits down, Gil steps out from behind a curtain the whole time.
Fully, the door to the butler's pantry is obscured by this incredibly heavy curtain, so that if you open the door, the curtain doesn't disturb at all.
Oh, good
You're
God,
just
Right.
up here.
Good God, man.
Good evening.
Orabella comes in with a newly full glass of wine and takes a seat on the other side of Warren.
Blair,
evening.
Blair brushes her hand across her husband's as she takes a seat in the chair and sits down and crosses her legs and just kind of looks around the room waiting for it to start, kicking her legs.
When she's not looking, I turn to Warren and I wink at him as I take a sip from my glass.
I'm screaming. Oh my god. Wait, okay, so I have a question. So are Beatrice
I turn and look at Blair.
Oh, sorry.
I turn and look at Blair. I'm ignoring Orabella. Sorry, go ahead. Remilda.
No, I was just gonna ask if Beatrice and Gil are both standing.
I think probably. I think I am standing.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll stand near you.
Yeah, I don't
Diva.
want to sit alone. But as
I'll
I
stand
walk
behind
in,
you, Diva.
perfect, love you. As I walk in, I thank Gil. I lean in and I say thank you, darling, and then I sit down.
Good evening, Duchess.
Oh yes, hello, Warren.
You look ravishing this evening, Mama.
Mm.
I look at Blair for approval.
I look at Blair to see if she's gonna say anything about what just fell out of her husband's mouth.
Good evening, Mother.
Good evening, my darling.
Yeah, I'm just gonna glance over at Blair to see if I did a good job. I'm trying to be nice to her mom.
My daughter asked me if I'm faring well, and I sort of give a quite. I think Remilda feels a lot of resentment towards her daughter, and feels that she has squandered her life by marrying this fuck up. And I think also coming from a place of immense privilege, she expected more from her daughter. And I think her daughter also represents a lot of the things that she doesn't like about her husband. Her frivolity, how spoiled she is, her impropriety. And I think that maybe she channels that in not the best way and can be very dismissive and a little cold.
Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna lean into Blair's ear and go, "Sweet cakes. Do you know if anyone else will be in attendance at this event?"
Oh, I don't know, but how exciting it will be to find out.
I know. Yes.
It is all very exciting, isn't it? Or not.
I'm purposefully not looking at Orabella. Yes, indeed, Lady Brown.
It's been a while since I've seen you, Warren. It's almost as if you've been avoiding me.
No, what you mean? I saw you at breakfast. Yes. Well, I was very busy. Blair and I were spending the afternoon together. Isn't that right, darling?
Spending the afternoon together, that's one way to say it.
Look, stop it. Stop it.
Sounds like a lovely time. And I'm gonna just, knowing he's not looking at me, just lean in, and whisper to Warren, if you would like another place to spend the night, my room is always open. And she just sips her wine again.
Oh my gosh. Remilda's gonna like
Everyone
shout across
sees you
the
lean
table.
in, by the
Yeah,
way.
Remilda's
Yeah,
gonna
everyone sees you in front of me.
Remilda's gonna
That's
shout
fine.
across the table. Orabella, please do not embarrass yourself.
I'm doing nothing.
You are an
I'm simply
absolute...
entertaining myself.
You are absolutely disgraceful.
More cheese, man. More cheese, man.
Sure, darling. Yes, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Cassie's
I'm
gonna
not
cross the
trying
Of
to.
table.
course.
I'm not trying to disturb anything.
You are disturbed.
Hale, I
Not
believe you
that.
had something?
Cassie's gonna cross the room and sit right next to Orabella. Don't you think you had enough wine tonight, though?
This is only my first glass of the night.
Yeah, well, I sincerely doubt that.
Of the night, I said.
Well, perhaps you should leave poor Warren alone.
Arabella rolls her eyes. Right, because you would be one to control me.
Remember your place, Bella.
Oh, you would know a
Remember
lot
yours.
about place, wouldn't you, Cassie?
Must we do this every time, sister?
Must you
Just
insist
one
on
night.
being... Oh my goodness. Yes,
Hmm.
Cassie, the one who's never wrong, always innocent, the flower of the day.
I am simply trying to keep the peace for once.
Keep the peace.
Right.
Ladies, isn't this cheese just divine? I mean, Gil has done an excellent job with this bread.
Warren Doll, perhaps you have a game to play?
I know not what I am not scheduled to play any billiards this afternoon. So.
Can I do an insight check on him to see if he's fucking lying right now?
Shall I?
May
My
I?
guess.
May I as well?
Yes, anyone who wants to roll insight may. Joe, what I'm going to ask, either
Yeah.
persuasion or deception. Don't
Okay.
tell us which. Just
Okay.
tell us the number.
Okay.
I got a 13
Okay.
insight.
I love making checks. I will do it.
Gil comes up behind Warren. He's like, "Shall I take away the place sets from the billiards room, Master Warren?"
I've not
Yeah,
done
I'm
very
sorry,
well.
you broke out. Can you repeat it, honey?
Shall I take away the play sets from the billiards room, Master Warren?
No, Gil. Leave them there. Yes, leave them there.
Roll with advantage,
Yeah.
Joe.
Roll with advantage? Okay.
You've just
I
been
got a
helped.
16.
22.
22. Okay.
Oh, I thought
Anyone beat a
Nolan was
22.
I thought Gil was exposing him.
No, I was whispering, fully whispering,
Oh, okay.
trying to help keep the secret if he wants me to take away all the settings in the room.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so
22.
then I rolled a 13, so she doesn't clock it.
Yeah, you all believe, unless you beat the 22, whatever Warren wants you to with this.
I suppose we should check to see if hell is frozen over.
I don't quite catch your meaning. I'm sorry.
Oh, nothing, dear. I'm sure it'll come to you in time.
I look at
I'm
Blair.
sure she means nothing of it. Don't worry about it, darling.
Yes.
You know how she is.
You all sit here in what seems to be quite a terse conversation. Mounted on the wall is some great arcane and mechanical timepiece that was commissioned as a gift for your wedding, Duchess. When you were wed, this was present there, and it almost looks like a ornate grandfather clock, but twice as tall, 3 times as wide. Inside are countless pearls that look almost identical to the grapes that grow on the canopy, but harvested from the sea. And every second, one drops into a basin. When 60 of those fall, it empties, another dropping, counting seconds, minutes, hours, to the point where it even keeps track of the day of the week, and the month, and the year. Way too much money spent on this. But as you hear the constant, rhythmic, melodic tick, tick of these pearls dropping down a chute, 4 o'clock, 4:01, 4:02. When does someone take issue with this?
I mean, good God,
think
if
it
the man's
gets
going to
to-
call a meeting at 4, then he ought to be here at 4.
Yeah, around 4:05, Orabella, hearing probably Blair, or God, Warren, I confused you two somehow. You're always talking about your wife. Makes a similar remark. He expected us all to be here on time, under threat of execution or excommunication, and he isn't going to do us the same
It
favor?
is unlike him.
I suppose that is what you.
I fear
get
you
for
forget
a
your
dude.
place in the house. Master Warren. Madam Orabella. I fear you forget who runs.
Yes, I suppose that's what you get when you're a duke. You're allowed to be late.
I would advise you hold your tongue.
4:06.
I've never been one to hold my tongue now, have I?
No, you have not.
4:07.
Goodness, really? How long is he going to make us wait?
4:08.
Very well, I shall fetch the Lord myself.
Thank you, Gil.
Gil
I've done that.
And
leaves the room.
I exit to search for the Lord.
Where do you go first?
Probably to his chambers, I imagine, to see if I can find him there.
You ascend to the chambers, knock on the door, silence.
Okay.
Okay, I suppose I probably have a I don't know, a servant sense or something as I'm waiting on him regularly, or some key or something of the sort. So I make my presence very well known, like knock and whatnot.
Entrance, yes.
Yeah. So I make it very clear that I'm going to enter, and then I let myself into the room so as to make sure he's all right.
You step into the room. Very ornate, candles burning. You see no sign of the Lord. As you look about, placed on the floor in the center of the room is a yellow envelope.
This does not bode well.
You may do with it as you wish.
Would you like me to read? Oh yeah, for sure. I'm picking it up.
Pick it up, take a read. 4.
Should I read it
Inspiration.
aloud or to myself?
Also, guys.
Hey.
Also, guys.
Actually, no, hold on. To yourself. We'll see who gets inspiration when everyone gets this letter, if everyone gets this letter.
Okay.
Also, quick thing. Duke is addressed with Your Grace. Duke and Duchess is Your Grace.
Oh.
And then Lord is My Lord. Not to be a stickler.
Lord.
I've watched a lot of Bridgerton. What can I say?
Are Josie is everyone Lord and Lady except for Remilda? And not the butler and not Beatrice and Gil, but
I
Probably.
believe
The
that
hell?
now.
Warren, Blair, Orabella, and Cassie are all ladies, Lord.
It sounds right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. As you read this, we find everyone else back down in the dining room. I think we left off on 408,
Mm-hmm.
409, 410.
This is getting
Honestly.
ridiculous.
I think I'm getting antsy because it's been at least 20 minutes and I can't check my globe of gambling, and I know that another race has ended.
Fully.
I'm starting to-
Fully. You
I'm starting
can't put
to-
your bid then.
I'm starting to tap my foot.
I think
411.
Remilda's gonna glance at her sister and not say anything, but just like in that very sibling way of like, do you fucking know something? Like, try to like, can I do like a sibling read of like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. You roll me insight, Skullie, and then hail either deception or persuasion. Don't tell me which.
Oh, nice. I got an 18 on insight.
I also got an 18.
It's in this sort of way where it's like one glass is poisoned, but I could have switched the glasses, or you could have expected me to switch the glasses and didn't switch the glasses. And it's just back and forth this, what is happening inside your head? Do you know something, or are you like thinking about something else and I'm thinking too much into it?
Just like gridlock, kind of. Yeah.
It's fully like spiraling of like, I can't tell. There's no one's giving an inch here.
I think Cassie just has like a slight confused look on her face. She's just matching her sister's energy.
All right. So, I need to use the bathroom again because I'm drinking too much. Nolan, before we do that, when does Gil get back to the dining room, if at all?
I think only several minutes pass in him going to find and read the letter himself before he returns.
You've
And
been
like,
gone 5
I think
minutes. You
in
get back at
true-
4:15. In that case, we are going to jump back in, and I believe we are joining Gil at 4:18 as he returns to the dining room.
Yeah, Gil he walks into the room. There's no open windows, but it seems like his sort of cowl is fluttering behind him a little bit as he walks. And he just, I think in very
So
dramatic
cute.
fashion, throws the letter down on the table. And I fear you will not be joining us this evening.
Remilda
Orabella reaches for the note.
Remilda slaps her hand and grabs it.
Cassie raises an eyebrow.
Is this the yellow one?
Yes.
To the spies, thieves, and traitors, the schemers, the thralls, and the broken-hearted, I hold no ill will towards House Alhainen itself, especially not Duke Rhapsody, whom I have been close with for quite some time. The demands below are a matter of business and business alone. In 2 days' time, you will send a servant down the road into town on horse laden with coin, gem, and treasures whose sum value is exactly 1,486,130 gold pieces. That servant will find a shimmering globe hung by the bough of a tree. They shall stand beneath the globe and walk due south into the woods. After 30 minutes' travel, God, this is exhausting, they will drop their valuables and return to the manor. In addition, the manor will be unguarded and unoccupied for 1 full day in exactly 3 weeks' time. If my first demand is met, the Duke will be returned in 1 week. If the second is not, then your lands and people shall burn over the next year, leaving naught but ash and rot. No name. Cowards. This is
Who would do such a thing?
Did they think that they could just drop this and leave?
Bit dramatic.
Seems they could. Can I do like any sort of check to try to figure out who this might be? I don't know what, maybe like I don't know if it would be like a history check or investigate. Oh, can I do investigation?
Yeah, give me an investigation check. And what I am going to ask is for everyone, including you, Skullie, even though you're the one checking this,
Okay.
to make me a roll. And you can choose what that roll is. Don't tell me what it is. Just give me the number via DMs.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I tell you my investigation?
Yeah.
18.
18. Got it.
So just so I know, we're rolling this for.
I'm
For
having
what?
everyone roll this so I don't ask a single person to roll a die and immediately out them. Based off of, you said you were doing an investigation check?
Correct.
You can tell that this is not cheaply made.
Got it.
Whoever made this has used very good materials. And you can tell that enough time has been spent on it that it is impossible to glean at the current moment any useful information.
Okay.
And then, Orabella, you were gonna roll what?
I guess, insight, if I'm going off of only the words, I just want to know if I can figure out, any clues of who it could be.
Yeah, roll me insight, and I will use the previous rolls for this.
Okay. What do you mean, the previous rolls?
The
The ones we
previous
just
hiding
sent.
rolls.
Oh, okay, great. So, hang on, let me do math. Because it's a different modifier. So then, 19.
A 19.
Oh,
On a
slay.
19, you know, given the language of this alone, that whoever wrote this is well learned to some degree. And probably, at the very least, putting on a very effective front of being money.
Good to know.
Aside from that, there are no, like, key phrases that stick out to you or anything.
Okay, amazing.
I'm gonna turn to the group and say, well, they certainly did a good job covering their tracks. There's nor hide nor hair of where this note could have possibly come from.
Nothing about it stands out as any enemy in particular, so.
I'm gonna lean over to Blair and just whisper, "Darling, I must excuse myself," and then walk out of the dining room.
I'm gonna follow him.
I think. Should I stop him?
Blair turns and gives like a morning glance at her as she passes by.
Kill me.
Anyone?
I do want to, however, wait a second to see if so Blair doesn't see me. I'm trying to like hail him.
So Warren doesn't see you? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
roll me
so
stealth.
sorry. I keep doing this.
No, it's all good.
I'm Warren.
Yeah, I'll get it eventually, guys.
Fine. Feel free to roll stealth with that.
Amazing.
May I roll perception?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Where is it?
You all straight up see Warren dip.
I'm not trying to
Orabella.
hide it. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm stepping outside for a smoke break, but I'm heading up to my study to get my globe of gambling. Been too long, I need to check it. I'm shaking. Like I need, yeah.
Great. I got a 23 stealth.
No way.
Stealthy. Rogan.
I'm not trying to hide it from the group, though, that I'm following him. Just from him.
I think it's a matching footfalls 10 paces behind type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and
Pull out the globe. Check your results. You have a standard bet that you place on everything.
Yeah.
Every time Royal Aspirations is in a race.
Yeah.
You've lost 50 gold.
Oh no.
Ruh-roh.
Orabella.
I think I enter into the room.
Oh.
To some trouble. Relax,
Lady Brown, what?
What?
Apologies, I will return to the dinner table in a moment, please.
No. You're fine. I'm not one to spill secrets after all. I've kept yours long enough.
I know not what you mean, there are no secrets. And I'm gonna push past her.
Of course.
You're
I could have told
doting
Blair at
after-
any point.
Blair knows. Blair knew from the moment it happened. You are the only one following after me like a sick puppy. It is embarrassing for you.
Oh, please, you know you want me just as much.
I start to
It
go
wouldn't have
downstairs.
happened in the first place if it weren't true.
Your temptress ways do not interest me any longer, Orabella. Goodbye.
Of course.
I'm gonna
These
step outside
two-
and start to smoke.
As these two leave the dining room, what are the rest of you doing?
I am going to request that Gil and Beatrice both meet me in the Duke's chambers.
As you wish.
As you wish. I don't say that.
Yeah, you three all go up. Blair and Cassie.
I think that Blair's just like fidgeting with her necklace and tapping on the table and looking over the clock. Just, well, at least I guess we know he's not going to show up. What do you think of all of this, Cassie?
How do we know it's not just the Duke with one of his dramatics again?
I mean, I honestly wouldn't put it past him at this point, but if he was nowhere to be found earlier, I guess he does not want to be found.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Suppose we could go look for him?
You know, I have nothing better to do.
Where should we start? The winery?
I think that's as good a place as ever.
I wouldn't mind a little taste either. It's not
Let's
like
go,
Father
dear.
won't notice.
Let's go, dear.
I love these
I guess they
divas. Divas.
I guess they
That's
go
my-
out and make their way out.
That's my girl. That's my
I
girl.
love the constant recurring theme in our games of wine aunt and
Wine.
daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wine aunt and daughter. So good.
All right. As
Where
you
does-
two, oh, go ahead.
Where does Orabella go? Does she follow me out when I stand on the porch to smoke?
I think so, yeah. But she's not bothering you. She's leaning on the other side of the balcony, just sipping her wine and kind of watching you out of the corner of her eye.
This wench. Does my wife and great aunt see or my wife and aunt-in-law, whatever, see
I think
us?
they leave out the front door, so if they look, they fully would see you two 10 feet apart, because it's not a thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna make eye contact with Blair if she looks at me and go. I snuff my regenerating cigar, put it in my pocket, and follow my wife.
Cassie's gonna look at Orabella and just shake her head.
Oh my god, yeah, the two cups.
Screaming.
I
Save me.
just wink back at my ex.
I think, Orabella, are you going to stay on the balcony with your wine?
Yeah.
Perfect. In that case, we are first going to join the Duchess and the servants in the Duke's chambers.
And then I think, can I just do like a cursory investigation check just to see if I find anything sort of out of the ordinary?
Yeah.
All right, that's an 18.
An 18. All right, give me just a moment to check my
Can I also
notes.
do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what? If we're all
Might as
gonna-
well.
Now that we're all doing it.
Might as well. Investigation or perception or
Yeah,
something.
15.
I just used investigation because I have expertise. So
You're welcome to both investigation or perception.
Okay, I have higher perception.
Then I got a 16.
And I rolled a 2! So I got a 9!
All right, so who had the lowest was the 2?
I got a 9. It was a 9
You
on the...
got a 9.
Yeah.
You notice, Beatrice, in the Duke's room is some sort of like arcanely made. Sitting down for a portrait takes a while. They make crystals for this now. A picture of your grandmother just in the room, and you're just sort of sitting there like, okay, didn't realize he was so fucking bold. I believe,
Interesting.
Gil, you got the most middling value?
Yeah. Got a 16.
16. With a 16, you're noticing that there are no signs of a struggle. This door wasn't burst open. You had to unlock it. You
Right.
check the servant's entrance in the closet. That's also fine. There's no sign that whoever got in forced their way in. Skullie, you got a 22?
no, I got an
I believe you said-
18.
You had an 18?
I'll take a 22.
Okay, so you had an 18. Someone said 22, I thought. Gil, what was yours again?
16.
16.
No,
Okay.
Abby rolled a 2, but she got a 9.
That's
Yeah,
where I'm
yeah,
getting
yeah,
the
yeah.
numbers
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
All right. Duchess, you find not a footprint, but you do find a smudge of dirt in the carpet. And as you're looking about the room, you notice that there is a torn scrap of fabric in the door.
Ooh, can I examine it further?
Yeah. Give me just a second.
Never played a high intelligence character in my life, so this is a new experience for me.
I think what you see with this fabric, you're used in these recent years to a lot of finer fabrics. This is well made, but made for some sort of laborer, I'd say. It's thicker, a lot more sturdy.
Okay. Anything else? That's fine if that's all you're gonna give me, but I want to make sure I have everything. So it's thicker, it's more sturdy, it's made of finer fabrics. Is it like more of a linen, or kind of like, are there like silk embroidered elements, or is it like kind of just straight up like?
I think this is a very small scrap of fabric you're getting.
Okay.
The most notable, I mean, it may be linen. It's sturdy. It could even be canvas for all we know. It is sort of a deep navy blue color,
Okay.
and I would
Denim.
like. Oh, hold on.
MJ had to go. She just typed it in the chat.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay. That is truly tragic.
I imagine it's because of the shared room situation. So
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Damn. So this deep navy blue, would this be something that is more common, or is it like something that of like Warren's family, where it's like more exclusive?
I want you to roll me a history check or
Sure.
some other pertaining check to get info on this fabric.
All right. Yeah, could I do investigation again, or
Yeah, you can do investigation if you'd like.
Sly? Nat 20.
Nat 20.
So 27.
Yer-
Tell me
You
about this blue
have-
fabric.
No, you've seen this fabric.
I know this fabric.
You have seen this fabric. The uniforms, not the uniforms, but when a servant is doing more heavy manual labor, they will wear trousers or smocks made out of this fabric.
Okay.
So, right off the top of your head, anyone on staff could have this.
Okay. of our staff.
Yeah.
Okay. She's going to hand it to Gil. And she goes, now, I put a lot of faith in everyone under this roof. And I understand the people that live here and work here all have their struggles, but this could help point us to whoever took the Duke. I need you to investigate this further, my friend.
It shall be done, Your Grace.
And darling, I've never forgiven him for what he did to you.
I nod, thankfully, and I exit the room to begin preparations to round up the staff.
Okay. And then I'm gonna turn to Beatrice. Oh, is MJ back? MJ!
Hi,
Just
Pookie.
listening.
She's listening in.
Okay.
No, I'm not back. I'm just listening.
Okay.
Do we want to do a quick recap of what was found then?
I texted her.
Oh, perfect. Beautiful.
Fab.
Thank you.
Love. I'm gonna turn to Beatrice. So what the hell are we gonna do about this?
Well, can I hold it?
Yeah,
I'll look at it,
I
yeah.
give it to her.
For flavor text, I'll look at it.
Yeah.
And it's me
I did
rereading
post it in chat, I
Yeah,
believe.
it's me rereading it as well right now.
Perfect.
Well, we have 2 days.
I mean,
Plenty of time to find anyone.
I say we collect the funds. I'll confer with Gil to see what we have in our coffers. And plan some sort of ambush. I know you and I are more than capable. But this is extensive. I have to believe that he wouldn't have done this to embarrass me, but I must admit that thought is lingering in my mind.
Stirring up a bit of dirt for his taste.
Mm,
He likes a spectacle, but not a problem.
quite.
Your Grace, would you like me to feel around, go about my duties?
That would be most helpful, my friend.
I curtsy.
Give her a little nod.
Before we change scenes, I would like to note both Gil and Warren would technically have access to the books. Warren would be the primary for that.
Wait, why would Warren have access to the books?
That's basically
Man of the
all he does
house.
here that's useful.
Man of the house, baby.
No.
Just kidding, I'm just kidding.
Why are we doing
I'm not the
patriarchy? So
I'm not the man of the house, but I'm the
He
ledger
has a
keeper.
background in business, is the thing.
who gave him access to the books?
The Duke,
Duke.
Daddy.
Girl, I'm a
No. This was fully a make yourself useful while you're under my roof thing.
I'm a good boy.
So
Why are
she's-
you being so mean
So
to me?
he gave the gambling addict the books? Abso-fucking-lutely
You don't
not.
know what gambling addiction.
It's not able to pull money out. It's fully just a ledger.
Okay.
Also,
He cannot
what
make
gambling addiction?
withdrawals.
Do I
You don't know shit about it.
Do I know he
No.
gambles? I know he's a fuck up though.
Oh,
You know
why
he's a
would you know
fuck up.
that?
I know he's a
What
fuck
did he do?
Why else would you frame the butler?
Oh, that's true. You
Oh,
do know I'm a
that's
fuck
right.
up because of that.
Yeah, okay. So I know
But
he's a
no,
fuck
you don't know that I gamble.
Okay, so I just think he's a
Please.
piece of shit. Got it. All right.
Yeah.
Clocked.
Additionally, everyone would know that the Duke is most likely expected at tomorrow evening's meeting.
Okay.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll just say he's sick.
Yeah,
He's fallen
Okay.
ill.
I take care of the books, baby.
Oh,
Are we
I
cutting
disguise
scenes or are we
myself
still-
as the Duke and attend the meeting in full Eastern European accent.
I'm screaming.
That's so funny.
The Duke
Love.
might put on an accent. It might be a thing he does.
Yeah.
He just feels like it, you know.
He's in a silly, goofy mood today.
He's trying to charm the room.
With that, we look past the Duke's window out to the winery, where we see Cassie and Blair.
And Warren.
And I believe Warren? Yeah, Warren just running as fast as not running, but catching up.
As we're walking before we get to the winery and we investigate, I will say to my wife, and probably within earshot of Cassie, so that woman is a horrible wench. She cannot keep her hands off of me. And Cassie, I apologize. I know. I'm sorry to speak ill of her in your presence. She cannot keep her hands off of me, Blair.
Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, and I don't know why. She just thinks that she can go around and do whatever she wants. I'm right here, am I not?
Oh, and impossible to ignore with your beauty. I assure you there's nothing to worry about. She is a stalker in our home.
You know, Blair, honey, I think you should make a point to make your place known.
Maybe I should, but I don't want to stoop to her level.
Mark your territory, as it were.
Would that make you happy, my love?
In front of my
Okay,
son?
no, that's enough.
We walk to the winery.
Yeah. You three enter the winery. We'll say it's a Sunday. Just for
Okay.
me. Just to not make up an NPC on staff right now. Just to not do that voice.
Okay.
We can get
Whatever.
it tomorrow. What do you all do in the winery?
I think Cassie immediately gets 3 glasses of wine.
Thank you, darling.
I want to try the moonshade.
Darling, you remember what happened the last time you had moonshade? Just be careful.
Actually, I
is all I'm
don't.
saying.
I
Exactly.
don't remember.
Just be careful is all I'm saying, my love.
Right. Well, let's remember why we are here. The drinks are nice, but we do have a goal.
Oh, yes, my father.
Your father?
What do you ladies make of this? What, he's been taken of some sort of ransom?
I think it's just the Duke being the Duke and pulling dramatics to shake up the family. I mean, he's been displeased with all of us lately.
Well, and Cassie, just sort of checking, of course I know, the family has the kind of funds needed. If this were a true ransom, the family would have those funds.
Warren, you
So-
know this is 10 times more than the family's worth.
Oh, yeah, I do the books. I don't ask that. Never mind.
You know that for sure.
Yeah, I instead say, and it is my responsibility, of course, to keep up with our ledgers, and that ransom, it must be theatrics. For that ransom it's 10 times what the house is worth. We could not pay such a ransom. I mean, it must be theatrics.
My hope was to talk to whoever was here today, but appears they're not here. I thought that having an outside view on the way in would help, but
Well,
Yes,
I don't want to be cruel. If you guys came here for an NPC, we can make Sheen be such a freak that he's here all the time.
Well, certainly, Sheen doesn't take the holy day off. He doesn't observe the Sabbath.
He takes a
Certainly he's
quarter
here this
day off
morning.
on Sundays. That's what he has.
His 3-hour break is over by now. Certainly, he must be around here somewhere.
Sheen, darling.
Fully emerges from behind a cask as large as a bus. Fully just pops out from the side. Hands and arms fully stained, shimmering from the wine. What?
We'll unpack
What?
this later.
I'm working.
Hello, Sheen, darling.
Yes.
Have you seen the Duke today?
Bedwards, have you seen anything suspicious?
I don't. First of all, I don't look at things. I'm not paid to do that.
How about you address my wife with some respect? And the lady Rosebriar, what is this tone you are taking? Perhaps try bending a knee and speaking with a bit of respect, using her title.
Who the fuck are you?
You know who I am.
Okay.
Insight check.
Me?
Now, dear.
Yes.
Darling, that's a bit too much, don't you think?
Nat 20, bitch.
Last time he saw you, he was wasted. And I
believe
think
the last-
every time he saw you, he was drunk.
I believe the last time we saw each other, you were in your cups, as it were, and really making a fool of yourself. I'm Master Warren. I'm the lady's husband, Blair's husband.
Oh, I thought it was Lady Rosebriar. Oh my goodness. Whew. Whew.
Okay, Sheen.
Taking a bit too many samples of the merchandise.
I'm trying a new one. Either way, Duke
Perhaps you
Alhainen.
should
Yeah,
try
no.
answering my wife's question.
My apologies. The good Duke, he came by earlier.
Today?
Yeah,
And
To do what?
he wanted to make sure we had enough for tomorrow.
Do you know about what time he came through?
I mean, windows make the wine bad, so
Cassie's just gonna pinch the bridge of her nose.
I mean,
About
it was
what time before your break? Did he come by? Anything, I don't know, useful?
Perhaps how many glasses in you were?
well, I can't do. I was told not to do whole glasses anymore, so I was 13 half glasses.
Oh
My
Lord.
God. Is he a simpleton? Do we hire simpletons?
Honestly, I don't think he's going to be much help, unfortunately.
By your seventh
mean-
glass, I mean, if he drank through his break, what, we're looking at 10 in the morning? What?
I mean, it was bright.
Yes, darling, it's
More
still
likely
bright
8 a.m.
outside.
So perhaps we're better off searching ourselves.
Yes.
Cassie's just gonna walk off and try and do her own investigation.
Absolutely. You know the look of like, I don't know that any of us would like know this. If a person's in isolation too long, they start to kind of lose it.
Yeah.
And this is sort of the winemaker's version of a starving artist.
He's a starving sommelier.
Yes. Absolutely starved. He only eats like little bits of cheese and cracker while doing a tasting.
I despise that man.
But goddamn, does he live great.
Yes.
I think Blair just takes her glass and swirls it and takes another sip and starts to walk around by the door and just take a look to see if she sees anything.
Sheen is just setting down tiny glass, tiny glass, tiny glass. Tiny glass, tiny glass, tiny glass. Tiny glass, tiny glass, tiny glass. Grabs 3 bottles, pours each of you 3 samples.
Sheen, that's really not necessary. We are sort of trying to figure out how the Duke has gone missing.
Cassie's just gonna walk up and take them and then go back to looking.
Okay, so that one is lighter. That one glows, and that one, I think that's the one I accidentally cut myself in.
Cassie just
my
pours all of
God.
them into her glass that she was already holding.
Oh my God.
Just swirling iridescence in this glass.
Right. I'm gonna look for any sign that the Duke was here. Footprints,
Yeah.
things left behind, a glove.
Can I do an investigation check or something?
Absolutely.
I would like to look at the door. I don't know if that's probably the only point of entry. If there's anything, like maybe there's like something on the doorknob or he dropped something outside. I don't know.
I got a solid 8.
We've got an 8, a 10, and
And
Come on, Blair.
Hang on. We might make it. Ooh, I don't think so. I got a 13.
13.
Something in that wine, guys.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
With a 13, where were you focused on, Blair? The door, you said?
Mm-hmm.
The Duke doesn't like touching the door to this place just because he's seen Sheen work and Sheen touches that door. And you see a silk was used presumably to open the handle and fully discarded on the ground. Yes,
Think
Joe.
that.
Oh.
Think that she reaches down and picks it up just from the corner. She's like, his father's signature in the corner. I think it's his.
Are we the type of family that has probably a bunch of hunting hounds, like a bunch of bloodhounds?
I
Come on.
fuck with that, yeah.
Yeah, let's
We have a dog
go.
named Ranger or something. Darling, why don't you take that down to the dog house, the dog kennel, and see if I don't know, is that how that works? So whenever we go on the hunt, they can sort of find the foxes and ducks and things. Perhaps they can.
You want me to go down to where the dogs are?
Well, obviously, I will go there. I would never ask you to go to such a place, but I'm saying it is sort of a proposition for what we should do next.
Look at
You can watch from a
learning, Warren.
distance. I really am trying. God, I'm trying. No, I will. You shall not touch. No mud shall touch your slippers. But if it should please you, I shall take it to Blair.
All right, and then what were our other rolls?
I got an 8.
An 8 and a 10. Okay.
Yeah.
On a 10, Joe.
Yeah. Warren. Who's Joe? Warren.
Warren, I'm so sorry. Warren, you're looking around. You, I think, try and stay out of here. Bean's off-putting at best to you.
I hate this guy.
But you know what? He makes really good fucking wine.
He does, but I hate the guy.
As you're looking around, I don't think you're touching anything directly. I think you fully got a stick that you're moving things with. You see that there's a pile of discarded aprons and discarded, like, coveralls, basically. And
Okay.
most of these are sort of stained the glittery sort of cream color of the wine. One of them is head to toe fully red.
Blair, darling, have we had a shipment of red wine recently?
I didn't hear you say Blair. I'm sorry.
Oh,
That's
I,
okay.
thought- I thought
asking
you
Blair.
cut out. You cut out at the beginning of it for me, so I thought you said scene.
No, I asked Blair, but if you don't know, I'm not talking to Shane. Like,
I don't think would Blair know if we got it in a shipment. I mean,
I don't
she
think
doesn't
so.
really take. Yeah, she doesn't really take.
That's house
No.
matters. That's
Yeah,
no,
work.
she doesn't know.
You don't need to deal with that.
I don't know. I guess it's possible. I
Sheen.
wouldn't know such a thing.
Sheen,
Yeah. Yeah.
have we had any shipments of red wine recently?
You've been cheating on me?
That was a question? That was a question.
You guys ship wine in.
I don't know, Sheen. I don't step out here. Well, that's why I'm asking you. Can you stop being so off-putting? Just answer.
I mean, we got. I didn't see red wine. I only see moon wine. So
Thank you. That was useful.
we did get
Oh my god.
did get a lot of hibiscus for a
Okay.
hibiscus batch.
Is that
Got some
blood red?
cherry. I don't. If I look at
Let
the
me-
wine too hard, it spoils.
Okay, let me ask you a far more specific question, my man. Why are these coveralls red? Think about it for as long as you need to.
Why? Why are they red?
Yes.
I don't remember why they're red.
Insight check, Aaron.
Yeah, go ahead.
Please, God.
And yes, Blair, you may as well.
I can't stand him. He literally pisses me off so. He makes me so angry.
It's a man
15.
drama.
15.
On, you said insight?
If that's what you want, yeah, you can do whatever.
Animal handling.
23.
23 insight.
Mhm.
You rolled a 16.
So I think he's telling the fucking truth. Can't stand this dude. Can't stand this fucker.
So he's God's least favorite creation, I think. And I think that comes across to you as like, this is a gibbering buffoon. Blair, fully lying, fully trying to cover something up. You see him actually move in such a way. This is not a shabby one-room winery. There's fully like 6 rooms to this place. He kind of tries to be nonchalant, stumbles 3 times, and leans in such a way that he's blocking a door.
Now hold on a moment there. I can't help but feel like you know something, love.
I know a lot about wine.
Specifically, red wine or
I mean,
whatever red color that
the
maybe.
grapes, if they're harvested under a full moon, they're more sweet. But if you harvest them under a new moon, they're more glittery. So.
Well, what's behind that door?
I put my hand on the hilt of my
Tools?
sword.
You keep your sword on you? I love that.
Always. When I go to see Sheen, always.
I keep that thing on me. I stay
Take
strapped.
that guy.
It's a tool closet. It's for wine tools.
Oh, well,
Blair should
if
like to
that's
see
all
it.
it is. Yeah, if that's all it is, then it should be a problem to take a look.
No, I'm so sorry. It would disrupt the process.
Open the door, Sheen.
I would not grace such awe-inspiring eyes with wine tools.
I unsheath
Sheen,
my
I
sword.
don't think the Duke would
You
be
do what?
rather calm.
I unsheath my sword. Hate this guy.
Intimidation check, please.
Oh no.
Yes, Abby?
15.
I was gonna use the soundboard, but the sound I was gonna use is not on this.
Oh, no.
I was gonna do the he's pulling his cock out.
No.
I'm
Aaron muted
afraid
the
that must be
soundboard.
somewhere else.
That's on Danica's thing.
It's in the Terrador one.
Joe, I'm so sorry. I don't actually give a shit what you rolled. Because I
Sort of, what do you mean?
I rolled a nat 1, so
He
your
pisses
roll
himself.
can fuck right off. He fully like, you know, with the pose that police make you get in when you're about to get frisked, like hands on something,
Yeah.
like against the wall, spread. He's fully standing that way back to you. It's just wine tools.
What a little freak you are.
I start patting him with the flat of my blade so the women can go into the storage room. As if I'm, like, checking. I'm just keeping him right there.
Yelps every time as if he's convinced he's about to get run through.
Ladies, please.
Ah!
Take a
Thank
look.
you, Warren.
Anytime, darling.
Blair reaches for the doorknob and takes a look, opens the door.
You
Cassie's right
open the
behind her.
door. What you see second is tools. Large, spoons and ladles for stirring and tasting. Big, heavier, flat-ended rods to help macerate. It's a lot. You also see a very large knife dripping with blood. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yippee!
She?
Oh
What are you
Shane,
doing?
we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
I knew
Yes,
that
ma'am.
guy sucked. Have you ever been invited to a dinner by your father-in-law or husband or brother-in-law or employer, and he tells you to be there at a very specific time, and you're just kind of wondering how you're supposed to know when to be there and how long do you wait past? Well, take a look at these handcrafted clocks that we got on the Duke and Duchess's birthday. You cannot buy one that's exactly like it anymore because the woodworker that made it died. But you can sort of still just take a look at it. Drops down a pearl for every second. Pretty noisy. Tick, 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 tick. But it's sort of soothing in that kind of white noise type of way. So anyway, I guess this is less of an ad because you can't buy one and more of like a kind of look at me and be jealous. If you guys enjoyed this video, if this gets posted, like, comment, subscribe, and session 1's coming soon. So hang out. I hope you enjoyed watching us create and discover and interact with each other and even start some drama. And I love you all so much. Thanks for coming to campaign 4 or maybe 5, depending on if the bloom comes out before or after this. Love you. Bye.